Hi and welcome to Build It with ChatGPT. This is how to use it properly in your business, part 1 of 3. And you will learn how to brainstorm, do content creation, proposals and pitches, digital products, audits, image generation, and more. We will start with an intro for those who are new to ChatGPT, just a quick navigation through the dashboard and what ChatGPT means. So let's get right into it. So ChatGPT is an AI learning language model, and what that means, if you've taken my foundational courses, which you should have already, you should know that means it's a tool that responds to you via language. That's what it was made to do. So let's break it down, the chat and the GPT. Chat equals how it responds to you, okay? It's like having a conversation, like chatting with a friend or an assistant. So that's how it responds to you, through chat. You normally hear chatbots. That's what that means. When you see the GPT, that is generative pre-trained transformer. I know that's a long word, but basically what that means is generative stands for it can create text, not just copy and paste. Right? So it can generate things for you, not just follow your instructions. Then there's pre-trained. That means it's already been trained on tons of data before you use it, so it comes ready to go. You just have to train it some more. And then there's the transformer. That's the special AI technology that helps it understand and respond to you like a human. So when you put it all together, ChatGPT equals AI that chats with you using a GPT brain. I know it can still sound confusing, but I wanted to break that down. Then you may now be hearing about agent mode or agentic mode. This is ChatGPT on steroids, where now they have an automation co-pilot who can literally schedule meetings, brunches, dinner dates, scout locations and venues for you, can hunt down the best bargains, deals, suppliers, manage projects as well. And it can also connect to your emails. It can make bookings for you. It can book flights. It can do it all. So that's the new mode that's rolled out. That's agent mode. That's becoming very popular and something you should know. We're not going to go too deep into that this tutorial, but I want to make sure you're aware of the levels we are now going to. So a quick navigation, like I said, for those who are new. When you log into ChatGPT, you will have to create an account. And when you get here, this is what you will see, a screen like this. Down at the bottom where your name is, that is where you can find your account, your profile, your settings, etc. We'll go back into that a bit more later. But that's where you put your information in. This is the sidebar. If you want to close it, you just click there. If you want to open it, you open it back up. This is where you can click for a new chat or search chats you've had or your library of things you've created. Also, it's where you can find GPTs. GPTs are just customized versions of ChatGPTs that people have created that focus on certain things. So when you click there, you can find some that just focus on data analysis, some that just focus on writing, on language. So they're GPTs just like chat, but they focus on what subject. You can probably see I've created a lot right here myself. You will be taught that. I think that's in Training Free. So stay tuned. But yeah, that's definitely what you can do. So we'll go to new chat. When you want a new chat, you will just come into the box and, give your instructions or ask your question. You can click. When you click here, this is where you can add your photos. Go into agent mode, deep research mode. It's where you can create an image. So you can select what you want to do and you just pop it in that box. To the right, you can also find the dictation. So you can say what you want rather than typing. And you can also use voice mode so that you can speak and it can respond back to you. So that's a great mode, okay? So when you press that, you'll get this little blue ball that appears and you can start a conversation. So yes, going back, I wanted to quickly just show you agent mode since we had spoken about it. So we're going to select something they have here. It says find a Las Vegas hotel and flight package on Expedia. I'm just going to click that. And what we'll do is we'll just look at the process that it goes through in agent mode. And this isn't even half of what it does, but I want to just make you aware. So this is giving it the flights. This is a fake itinerary, but it's booking it for the weekend, giving specifications about staying in my budget, all the specifications that I want. And now as you press it, it will actually walk you through what it's doing as it's doing it so that you are aware. So right now it's telling me searching for flights. It's going to tell me that it understands the assignment, and then it's going to proceed with the assignment. And as you can see, it's happening right now. It's saying navigate into the Expedia website. It's now on there. It's selecting the package tab. So literally it is acting like an assistant you would hire, just doing the work, showing you it doing the work, and then it will come back with the results based on what your query or task was. And like I said, this is just a tiny part of what it can do, but if you didn't know that's what it can do, I wanted to bring that to your attention. And it will keep running through. It's saying entering destination in field. And I do love the fact that you can see it happening right in front of you, which to me makes it much better. So then let's go into privacy settings. So, you can always come back by just pressing this button, but we're going to go into privacy settings and click Customize ChatGPT. And when you go into the settings, you're going to see the different settings: general, notifications. These we're not going to go into. Like I said, it's a quick workaround, but the most important thing I want for you is coming up. But this is just where your memory, all of the custom instructions and things that you might want to do, this is where you would click for that. All right, then there's your connections. This is where, like I told you, with agent mode, you can connect your Gmail, your Google Calendar, all of that stuff. I do advise, if you're going to do that, create a dummy email to test it out. These tools are new, and we want to protect ourselves at the same time. So if you are going to use that, just make sure you create a dummy email to use, so that should there be any issues, you can kind of close that account and not lose anything. So this is where it's important. Where it says data controls, improve model for everyone, you want to make sure this is turned off, because what that means is they will actually use any information, any voice recordings, video recordings you input and share. So when it's on, you are actually telling them and allowing them to use your content to train future models. We don't want to do that, right? We want to make sure we keep some of our stuff to ourselves. So just make sure that's off. Security, you've got account. And then after that, you should definitely be good to go when it comes to your privacy settings. So now we have that covered. We will move on to the next part, and that is how to use. So one of the first ways you will want to use ChatGPT is to brainstorm ideas, whether it's products, campaigns, offers, lead magnets, business ideas, and strategies. This is where you can start. So for instance, I would put in a prompt, and you should know what a prompt is from the foundational course training. If you haven't taken that, once again, go back and do that first. But I'll put in a prompt. I'm going to say do not respond as me, because it's already customized and trained as me. Sometimes when I get requests like this, so you're just seeing me put in do not respond as the brand boss, as this is the prompt for my students. So I put in the prompt: I feel unclear about the direction. I've been a business coach for 10 years. I also did hair and beauty. I love photography. I do that as a hobby. I've been getting into thrift shopping lately. Can you help me brainstorm 3 to 4 options or directions that I could pivot into? For each, explain why it makes sense, and just put that in. And boom, it's literally going to spit it out for you in 0 seconds flat. You will get the prompts that I'm using. You should find that in the prompt template where you can copy and paste. So don't worry about knowing all the prompts that I'm using. You will get that. But as you can see, it's just giving you a list. Your beauty and confidence consulting, creative content and photography services. So touching on everything that you mentioned, it's now broken it down and is giving you the risks, the first steps, why it makes sense, so you can have some clarity on that decision and if it's the right decision that you may want to test out or step into. So right now it's giving us thrift and style. and everything else. So imagine you not really knowing what you want to do, and we sit there stuck many times. It's so beautiful. You can come into this system and just brainstorm with it without asking, 100 people what they think, about it. So that's one of the ways you can do it. Then you can use it to do things like, okay, I'm struggling with my marketing. My brand is a trendy boutique for business women. I want to attract my ideal audience. Can you brainstorm 5 beginner-friendly marketing campaigns I could run this month, including what platform to use, what message to focus on, risks involved, etc., etc. Boom. So the last one, we asked for some ideas of things we could do. This one, we've got some ideas of what we want to do, but we want some marketing strategies and plans. And as you can see, look, it's telling you Instagram, boss outfit of the week. LinkedIn could be power dressing tips series. Position your boutique as more than clothing, as a resource for business women who want to look the part. The risk involved, LinkedIn isn't fashion first, so posts must lean into business and empowerment rather than pure style. Your call to action, follow us for weekly power dressings and shop our latest styles. It's giving you a detailed breakdown, of your message, campaign idea, the risks involved, so you can see if that's the right channel for you, and the call to action. So these are the things that are important and are beneficial when you are building your business, or even when you're in business and want to just be sure that you're on track. Use these tools to brainstorm, whether it's to generate another stream of income or just to make sure that you are going in the right direction. So another way you can use it is content creation. That's, I'm sure the blogs, the captions. That's how most people are using it to write their social media captions. So I wanted to show you something different today, and that's more so in doing a sales page. So I wanted to show you like creating a high converting sales page for your website. This one would be for a 6-week mindset transformation course that helps renew their mind. I'm asking for a full sales page, opening hook, why this matters, breakdown of what's included, guarantee or compliance note, a strong call to action. I'm telling it to make the tone persuasive and clear, written for beginners, intermediates, and advanced level buyers. Format it so it's easy to copy and paste into Website Builder. All of this, like I said, you'll get the prompts, so don't worry. But all of this is simply what you put in, give it to the system, and once again, here's your breakdown. A 6-week transformation course to help you gain clarity, confidence, and strength to overcome life challenges. Right there, you have the beginning for your website. You have the sales copy, life throws curveballs, stress piles up, you second guess yourself, question your worth, and wonder if you'll ever break free from the cycle of self-doubt. Do you see how it has that build out? Now, I always tell you, no matter what it gives you, always go back in and tweak it and make it your own. The reason why, we discussed this in level 1, it's full with data from you, from everybody around you, everybody who uses it. That's why we turned on that security setting. But it will always give somewhat generic answers. So you could put that in a mindset transformation course, and so could somebody else. And what will happen is you could both kind of get the same information being spit out at you. That is why no matter what it generates, though, you always want to tweak it to make it your own so that you don't have any copyright issues or anything, or plagiarism issues. So we can also use it for proposals and pitch decks. That's for clients, investors, collaborations, you name it. So this one says, I need a professional business proposal for a local cleaning business. I want a polished cover page, executive statement, proposed solution, scope of work, timeline, pricing options, why us, credibility, expertise, results, call to action, make it concise, persuasive. Boom. Let's go. And what do you get? Look at that. Instantly mapped out for you, a proposal. You've got your executive summary. You've got your problem statement. right? So you're hitting their pain points where you know that, okay, this is where I can speak to them and become relatable. They've probably dealt with inconsistent cleaning standard, wasting time. They want help with that. So you're hitting them there first. Your proposed solutions, the benefits, the scope of work, your timeline. Once again, you always want to tweak, because if somebody else is in this business and has asked ChatGPT for a proposal like this, you don't want to be looking like everybody else's proposal. But this is the beautiful and perfect foundation to start with, especially if you didn't have the knowledge of where to start with. So here's another one. What if you wanted to do a pitch deck? So I asked for a 10-slide pitch deck for a coffee company. The audience is investors, clients, partners. And once again, it was asking for the problem, the solution, the market opportunity, a product service demo, competitive advantage, traction, testimonials, financials, same thing as before. And have you noticed, I haven't given it much information about the company. So the more information you can give that makes it your own, that makes it more authentic, is the more unique your plans and pitches will come out. But this is just a generic way of me training you for you to see what it can do. So as you can see, here we go. Your pitch deck is ready. You've got slide 1. That's the logo and brand imagery, high quality coffee visual. The problem, slide 2, coffee is everywhere, but connection and quality are missing. Boom. Slide 3, craft coffee that fuels people and impacts communities. Very powerful statements you're hearing. And slide 4, market opportunity. And it goes on. And the more you want it to tweak, the more personalized you want to get, it's all up to you. Let's go on to digital products. You can create ebooks, guides, courses, checklists. This is another prompt I put in. I wanted an additional stream of income, interested in selling digital products. Tell me the best top 5 or top 3 digital products that I can start selling now. I wanted it to list short description, why it's in demand, what target audience would buy it, the easiest way for me to start as a beginner, long-term profit potential, and make advice beginner-friendly, practical, and focused on low-cost, high-profit margins. Boom. We've covered so much in this little time, and here we are again. Now we've got, a list of which products we should probably start, why they're in demand, the target audience for them, the potential risks and challenges involved, the long-term profit potential. So you're not just choosing these businesses or choosing to create these products and services. It's helping you to do the research to, does it make sense right now? What's the current trend? Where are we heading? If I bring this out this week and then they make a change in 6 months ago, am I going to be out of business because I didn't do the research? This is why these systems can become powerful. Not so much to do the work for you, but to assist you in doing the work properly and doing the research properly, so you've got more of an advantage. So as you can see, I'm just scrolling through, but it's giving you so much information on what products you should start and why. And that's why I feel like you should really tap into these, not to just copy and paste what they give you, but to at least use it as a base to start. We can do it for audits, brands, websites, competitors. I want you to audit my website, and guess what? I'm going to give it my website. This is an old website that I have that I've not touched in about 2 years, so it's probably going to really go in, but that's not a problem. I'm asking for messaging and copy, go through the user journey and navigation, the clarity and monetization, mobile optimization, because I know I have to revamp that site. So I'm just going to do it right here with you live. I'm asking for the opportunities to improve and any specific suggestions I can implement right away. So I'm going to put that in. I don't expect it to be good, like I said, because I've not touched this site in about 2 years. This isn't my main site, but it's one of my baby projects. And as I've put it in, it's going to start providing the answer. So it's searching the web, it's found it. It tells me what's working, opportunities to improve, suggestions. So the opening feels utility first, not luxurious. Boom. Oop, that told me. It lacks emotional resonance and aspirational messaging. And I can truly believe that because, like I said, that was more of a template I did 2 years ago that I need to actually get information. So I believe that. But do you see how I've now got pointers and directions so that when I do go in to update this site and add the new things I'll be implementing, I have this I can use. It's telling me about my messaging and copy. It's telling me about the user journey and navigation, what works, what doesn't. These things are very important in retaining, keeping, and, just generating leads. So that's very important to know that you can do it for audits and it can go on and on. So I've just had my brand audit with you. You can use it for scripts. That's video intros, podcasts, webinars, TikTok, YouTube hooks. I think I went too fast there for you. So so for my YouTube, you can just do, I need a 5-minute script based on whatever you want to say, a quick introduction, a simple story, analogy. And remember, if you can't remember all of this, you'll get the prompts. But even if you can't, you can always ask it to create the prompt you will need for you, which we did also discuss in the foundational courses. So there's various ways to get what you need, but you can use this. Look, now it's giving me a 5-second hook. Are you leaving money on the table for taxes, etc.? Use any business that you have, but it can just immediately help you and help you elevate. Okay, so it's giving me the whole script, the quick story, the analogy, the talking points, an example of what to say. This is all helpful when it comes to content creation, especially when you want to start making it more consistently. So let's not forget image generation for logos, mock-ups, and ads. Now, there are better platforms for image generation, which I will be sharing with you, not in this tutorial, but as we go along. But, you can do image generation with chat, and it has improved a lot compared to what it was before. So if you did want to do an image, you simply, like for me, I put image of a modern coffee shop study scene. A dark-skinned female college student with curly hair is sitting at a wooden table with a laptop open, a notebook beside them, and a cup of coffee. The background shows plants, bookshelves, warm lighting, blah, blah. Just click then. Now, one thing with image generation, it can take forever. So sometimes you've got to leave it, walk away, come back again. I'm probably going to stop this and then just come back when it decides to generate. But I'll be back in a couple of seconds once it's populated. Okay, and there we have it. So that was just able to generate this image. So very simple, but just by my prompt that I gave it, you see it tried to generate exactly what I asked for. So yes, it can be used for image generation too, in addition to other tools. For research and reports, especially for market trends, industry insights and strategies, you want to be using these tools. For me, I use it for things like how does artificial intelligence is growing and how can it impact entrepreneurs and coaches and consultants. It will give me stats, key industries, the biggest opportunities, future forecasts. All of this stuff helps me to be better, helps me to actually know I'm going in with facts, not just speaking my opinions, and helps me to help you to understand what AI will be looking like in 3 to 5 years. So I'm never just focusing on now. I'm always also focusing on what's happening in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, because that's what we've got to be looking at the same time. And I just want you to remember, because we are coming to the wrap up, is you don't just save time with ChatGPT. You create sellable assets and skills you can charge more for. It's your creative factory, but you decide how to monetize its output. So what next? You've now mastered the basics and learned how to build with ChatGPT. Congratulations. Now, I want you to master it like a pro by training it. So in the next training called Customized ChatGPT, You will learn how to give it your own voice, vibe, and style to make it sound like you in every way, from the tone to the energy to the sass. You'll understand the levels of ChatGPT, the basic assistant to the custom GPT that's trained with your prompts, your style, your knowledge, to the monetized GPT, where we're going to turn it into an asset that others pay to access. And that's the big dog right there. So definitely join me in training 2. And then part 3 of 3, we're going to show you how to monetize it.